Chapter 9. Ready to roll. Danny took a breath. He didn't know what was more awkward. This revelation for his parents, or telling all the parents that their children had become ponies. He was leaning towards the latter. Finding back his twisting and turning gut, his rapidly beating heart, and his blood that seemed ice cold, he tried to smile awkwardly. Mom? Dad? Sweat dripped down his face. He put his wings back against his body. Danny boy. Are you alright? Jack asked, seeing fear written all over his son. Danny nodded. Oh, of course. Maybe I'll have you guys say Jazz, but I would have to tell you this first. The boy gulped. May Jack gasped. Danny, if it can help Jazz, tell us. We can see you're nervous, but just know, no matter what, we are your parents and we love you, May said. When Flasha had said momentarily Danny's head. He nodded. Alright. Well, I'll start with the beginning. The Phantom portal. You remember how it didn't work at first? Both parents shared a look. How could that help, Jazz? Danny continued. And, well, how sad that you both are sad. I had never seen you both so down. So, I took the jumpsuit that Dad had made for me and took off the chest sticker. I decided to try to go into the portal and see if I could fix it. I did, kind of. But it backfired. Literally. On me, he chuckled awkwardly. Maddie and Jack wanted to hide some horror. Oh my gosh, Danny. You were electrocuted by the portal? Why didn't you tell us? Minnie asked. And are you alright? Jack inquired, looking at his son carefully, observing for any sign of oddity. Danny sighed. I'll get that in a minute. And Dad, I'm fine. But, it didn't come without side effects. Very unusual side effects. Like, side effects that neither of you would ever even dream of. No words for a few seconds. And, what would that be? Jack asked. Danny took another deep breath. This was it. Well, how's ghost pets were unusual? He asked, raising a hoof up and winging it to glow green. May and Jack dropped their jaws, and their eyes were as wide as dinner plates. Danny continued on. Moreover, half ghost. That is why all your inventions target me. That is why I'm always nervous about your new inventions. As well as the reason why I've been running off from time to time to do something out of the blue. Not a single word came from his parents. He looked away. And I was expecting that. Sometimes I don't know whether these powers are a gift or a curse. Maybe both. Still, neither adult said anything. Danny didn't want to meet their eyes. This is an unusual reaction, Danny reminded himself. You'd be freaked out too, if you found out something you made turned your kid into a half-ghost. But then arose another painful point to the boy. This was only the first baby step in telling them. The second was going full out telling them that their son was Danny Phantom, and he had to do both. In one day. One very uncomfortable day. He let the glow over his hand go out and was mulling over how to go about it, for he didn't know how long when a hoof was placed on Danny's shoulder. Looking up, he saw that his dad was smiling a tiny smile, but nonetheless a smile, at his son. Danny, why is this something to hide from us? Why didn't you tell us before? Danny asked, looking very mixed in emotion. Danny shrugged. Well, you guys are both ghost hunters. I'm a half ghost. Little bit of an awkward spot, right? He pointed out. Mary came up. Her and her son's eyes met for a second. Then she gave him a kiss on the cheek. Oh, Danny, you really thought that we'd hunt our own son? Of course not. Not ever. Oh, honey, we're disappointed you didn't tell us earlier. Especially about something as big as this. But better now than ever. We'll have to deal with that later. You say you could have Mom. I'm afraid that's not all of it. No, there's one other big thing that came along with it. Danny stuttered. Both parents blinked. What could be more shocking than what they just learned and were barely beginning to grasp it all? Well then, shoot, Jack said. We can't possibly be more shocking in a single day. Plus you're not good enough with telling us a half-truth if there's more. A half-truth. So So ironic, Danny thought to himself. He nodded. Alright, but here's the deal. You guys won't accuse me. Just let me explain, he said. His parents quickly agreed to it, and he himself was barely realizing the enormity of what he was telling his parents. Alright. Well, the thing about being half ghost is we have two forms. One human, one ghost. As such, I can transform into ghost form freely. So I gave myself a cigarette day so I could hunt ghosts. See how that could make it easier? The only sad part is, well, when you're accused of something you didn't do, like kidnapping a mayor who is, in truth, being overshadowed by a ghost who hates you, another time when your mind controller is sent for a criminal to steal, when you have trouble telling your own parents the whole secret because they think the ghost is evil too. But I'm not evil. Danny's parents were processing his words. Soon enough, both began to pale, realizing what Danny was saying and who he truly was. Danny was only prolonging the inevitable at this point. And as such, well, that's why it kept taking so long. You know what? To heck with this. I'm going ghost. The Pegasus threw himself in the air. Rings formed around him and changed him into a Phantom Pegasus. Green eyes, white hair, DB cutie mark and all. This had taken Danny no longer than a few seconds to change. But to his parents, it seemed to be a dramatic, slow change. Danny felt it as the Pegasus stood before them. Their son. The two before him were speechless. That was an understatement. Twice they made while as the brain struggled to register what just happened and what they learned, they couldn't form any words. Their son was the ghost they hunted the most often, the one they spoke the most poorly of, the one they distrusted the most. And here he was, disproving all the things they said and all the things they thought they knew about the ghost boy. Everything was changing so fast, so instantly. It seemed like a dream. Everything was so unreal. And it was reality. Danny knew that his parents were having trouble absorbing everything. But he cleared his throat and spoke up. Guys, if we're gonna say jazz, I want us to act fast. I want you to trust me. I have an idea, he said. There was a moment. Another quiet moment. And his parents both slowly nodded. Jack managed to crack a smile again. Hey, Maddie. Our son's a ghost hunter. It's a dream come true that one of my kids would do it. Jack sniffled. A chin managed to find his way out of his eye. Danny grinned broadly and walked up. He hugged his father, who in turn returned the bear hug. Soon enough, Manny was in on it as well. Come on. We gotta say jazz. Let's go get everyone else. Danny, we're all ears when everyone's together, Manny said. Danny changed back. They all left the library and decided to walk to Sugar Cube Corner. They had a feeling that everyone was waiting there. And indeed they were. As soon as they reached it, every point looked up, wondering how it went. Pinkie Pie ran up. Hey Danny, how did it go? Did we tell you so? Pinkie, not now. We'll discuss this if they want to when we're not in public earshot, Twilight Sparkle said. They all headed back and once they got back, Pinkie grinned. Okay, so how did it go? Told you so, right? Ramjazz asked. Ding was about to answer her when his parents did for him. It went fine, May said. We're still shocked, but we need to collect ourselves if we need to act fast. Danny, your suggestion? Danny nodded. Alright, here's the idea. Humans are the ghosts in the ghost zone. So, it would be a perfect condition for me to run in and be unnoticed and take just ASCP. But that's a problem. If I get caught, I want to be able to disappear back here with the necklace. That would be useful. But in the case I can't go invisible, the necklace would be obvious. I want Travis to think, and the rare or uncommon chance that she might catch me, that I might not have it. Twilight Sparkle, Celestia, do either of you know any sort of spell that could turn invisible for the moment? I couldn't do it without making my neck invisible in the process, which would way too awkward and not suspicious. Anyhow, I'll grab her, and the second I do, I'll come back here. We'll explain everything later. What matters is that she's out of Travis's hooves. Danny, I'm sorry, but don't you think she'd have a trip up or something for you? Danny asked. Tucker asked. Danny shook his head. I could use the necklace and come back in any moment of danger, he said. Danny looked to his parents. He looked hesitant about letting their son do such a thing. Danny boy, why can't your mother or I go or something? Jack asked. Danny frowned. I have ghost powers. I am half a ghost, he said. Twice spoke up. Perhaps I might know a spell that could do what Danny asked. Still, isn't this a little too obvious? Come on, she really wouldn't just all have the necklace. I can go back when in desperate need, he reminded them. Does anyone else have a better idea? No one said anything. That's what I thought. Danny paused. What's the necklace again? Here it is. So let's put it around Danny's neck. I have faith in you, Danny Phantom. Twice sparkle, my faithful student. Can you do the honors? I'm on it, Your Majesty. Twi concentrated and closed her eyes. Her hand glowed. After a second, the magic had the intended effect. The gem had disappeared before everyone's eyes, and Danny could still feel it around his neck. He smiled when it ghost again. I think we're ready to roll, guys.